I'm Eric Connert.
And I'm Neda Iranpour. So we want to get to all of our local coverage here. Our top story that we are on this morning, the future of the Ocean Beach Pier. That is a site we all know. It's going to be up for review again.
It's been up there for decades now. Today, city staff will come together to consider a number of options to replace it. CBS 8's Chris Grow live in OB with what's up for discussion here. And that's no easy task, replacing a pier of that size.
No easy task, and it is going to cost a lot of money. But for a lot of the stakeholders here involved, from the Ocean Beach Town Council to the City of San Diego, the City Council, it does seem that they do believe it is worth the investment. In fact, when you take a look at how much money has been spent on repairs, especially in years past, that is part of the reason why it is now at that point where it'll be easier and maybe more cost effective to actually replace it than repair it. Think about having an older car. You finally get to that point where those repairs are just a lot more expensive than buying that new car. So the committee is going to try to go through the options, their cost and impacts, and then goes to a full city council vote. Now, according to a city report obtained by CBS 8, after all those repairs, a less costly project is no longer possible, and so that full replacement of the pier is necessary. But the big question, of course, is how much is this going to cost and how will it get paid for? Now, a lot of that is still to be determined, but it is estimated to cost tens of millions of dollars. But about $8 million from a state grant has already been set aside. But with an uncertain timeline, there's an expectation of losing the pier for a long period of time.
This is an iconic public pier that it'll be very sad for Obetians if there comes a time when the pier is unusable. It's amazing really how long it has lasted, and we have an incredible opportunity to create something that will last us for hopefully another 60 years, if not longer.
And of course, what they're also looking at is that timeline. Again, as I just pointed out, there could be a long period of time with an unusable pier or no option. Well, according to that same city report that CBS 8 obtained, it did say that they need to have an aggressive timeline. December of 2028, that is the last date there that any type of replacement option could last until. So again, they need to have whatever type of replacement project that goes on finished by December of 2028. Of course, all these things could change, but that's the timeline as of right now. Now, what happens after today? Well, whatever option is decided upon by this committee will then go to the city council. Nothing is scheduled yet, but it could be next month. Eric and Neda.
And Chris Grow staying on top of all those developments. Thank you, Chris. This morning, the city of San Diego is moving forward with what's being called the Midway Rising redevelopment plan. So this is the plan for the sports arena site, and this vote means the city will now exclusively negotiate with those involved in that specific project. The proposal includes housing, jobs, and that new sports arena that you see there on your screen. However, voters would still need to approve Measure C, and that's to raise the height limit in the area. So that will be on your November ballot. The selection of Midway Rising does have its critics. At yesterday's meeting, some people complained the owner of developer Zephyr Partners donated $100,000 to Mayor Todd Gloria's 2020 campaign. The mayor's office denies past contributions played any role in his support of Midway Rising.
This morning, another local community is officially banning the sale of flavored tobacco. The Chula Vista City Council voted unanimously in favor of the ordinance. CBS 8's Dana Marie McNichol is live in Chula Vista now with a closer look at this, and this was a quick decision by the City Council.
Yeah, that's right, Eric and Neda. Last night at that meeting, we heard from both supporters and also people who didn't support the ban. But of course, at the end of the day, it was unanimously passed. Now, those who support the ban, many of them are parents who cite that these flavored tobacco companies are targeting youth specifically.
Because we know that tobacco is only available to those 21 and older. So why in the world is cotton candy and Fruity Tooty and strawberry flavor attracting our kids?
Accepting bids and awarding.
Chula Vista now joins the city of San Diego, Imperial Beach, Encinitas, and the unincorporated areas of the county in banning the sale of flavored tobacco. Now, proponents of this ban say they often target people in minority communities as well. According to the National Youth Tobacco Survey, in 2021, more than 2 million kids nationwide used e-cigarettes, and the vast majority, that's 85% of them, used flavored tobacco products. However, opponents of this ban spoke out yesterday at the meeting, saying that it will hurt small businesses. And those business owners say they're upset the city staff did not include them in the city's study when gathering data on the impact tobacco is having. Now, the mayor of Chula Vista, Mary Salas, has been a big proponent of this ban from the very beginning. She's happy that this pushed forward. It will not go into effect until January 1st, so there is some time until Chula Vista and the community will seeing no longer those flavored tobacco products being sold. For any further information, head to CBS8.com. I'm Dana Marie McNichol, live in Chula Vista.
Dana Marie, thank you. And this morning, El Cajon has seen an influx of people experiencing homelessness. The mayor says many are using vouchers to stay in hotels, and at least 2 motels are fully occupied by people experiencing homelessness.
They're telling us that people are brought by sheriff's deputies. And if that's the case, I want the sheriffs to give me an accounting for where these people are coming from and why they're coming to El Cajon. Why not hotels in Del Mar, Solana Beach?
El Cajon's mayor reached out to the county for answers, and so did we, and we are waiting for a response. This morning, Governor Gavin Newsom is expected to sign his Care Court legislation into law. Newsom introduced the plan, which would provide court-ordered treatment to homeless individuals exhibiting severe mental illness. Critics have voiced concerns that it will infringe on a person's civil liberties.
Today marks a new effort to fix roads around the city of San Diego. Mayor Todd Gloria is officially kicking off a new series of repairs. They're actually starting here in Claremont, so you may see crews out this morning. They will focus on Limerick Avenue from Peyton Place to the dead end on Limerick. It's part of a $40 million project to fix our roads, and the goal is to pave roughly 54 miles of roads throughout the city of San Diego. That might help out my tires. I've had to replace a few.
I've had to replace tires
Yes.
too. I think everyone has had to do that.
We know those potholes all too well. Let's check in with Evan now. Good morning, Evan.
Good morning. Yeah, it always feels like my car doesn't have enough of like the shock absorbers, so every time I'm driving, it's like boom, 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 boom. So that could absolutely help out of it. Good morning to you. 6:08 to start off our morning. We're going to be seeing those temperatures cooler this afternoon than yesterday afternoon. So we've got a little bit of relief in terms of your afternoon high temperatures and your overnight low temperatures. I mean, right now we're in the upper 60s. So, hey, open up those windows freely and allow for some of that cooler air to come in. We should be moving in the cooler direction over the next several days as well. 74 is that high along the coast. Not a big differentiation between your overnight lows and your afternoon highs, maybe 5-6 degrees or so. Inland will be climbing to 77. Mountains are staying cool as well in the upper 60s. Live look outside from La Jolla shows that it is a nice start to the day before we start off the sunrise. Sunrise will come at 6:32. Still got another about 25 minutes or so before that. Sunset will be at 6:56 out there. So here is the makeup right now on satellite radar. Notice those clouds are stretching from your coast pretty far inland. That means that we are working with quite a dense marine layer. You're going to wake up to those overcast skies, and in some cases, you're also going to be seeing some fog in the forecast to start off the day. By the time we get to the afternoon, though, we should have pretty uniform conditions out there. Those clouds will be pulling back. We'll have a lot more sunshine expected across the county. Here's what temperatures are like walking out the door right now. 60 in Ramona, 67 in Encinitas, 69 in Oceanside. 24 hours ago, we were 7 degrees warmer in Ramona, 4 degrees warmer in Escondido and Poway. So this morning, across the board, we are cooler than 24 hours ago. That is a welcome sight for many. Let's take a look at what's going on in traffic this morning here at 6:09. We have nothing there on the roads. Things are pretty quiet to start off the day. We'll take you up to one crash that looks to have popped up just farther up to the north. So let me move this map on over to that north Oceanside area, moving toward Fallbrook. Looks like we have a crash there on Gopher Canyon Road at Fairview Drive, right off of the freeway.